Hi. I have not been doing well with my reading challenge this year. It's 2022, and I think I might have two or three books to my name so far, which for me is pretty bad. I was once someone that was reading maybe 50, 100 books, but I didn't make this video to talk about the amount of books that I've been reading. I wanted to talk about Emily Henry for a little bit. So, I think Emily Henry has helped me a lot as far as reading anything this year. So I just recently finished her very popular beach read, as you can see here. And I also finished last year People We Meet on Vacation, but I've also reread that. But I'm the kind of reader that I don't count books that I've already read. I know everybody else does, and it totally counts. But for some reason in my brain, I just rather not count books that I've already read as books to complete my challenge. So it has to be something I haven't fully finished before, and I count that towards fully reading my book. Anyways, that's such a super long explanation. Anyways, so Emily Henry. I had to say, People We Meet on Vacation is probably one of my favorite romantic comedies. And I felt like that book was truly in the vein of romantic comedy. It does the friends to lovers trope extraordinarily well. And I'm blanking on the name of the characters right now, but I do know that they were friends and they had this mysterious falling out. And they do basically like a cross country adventure, which was kind of like an anniversary thing for them. Like they would do this maybe annually or something along those lines. And then there's some mysterious event that happened that kind of broke them apart. And then as a reader, you're kind of going through their memories together and their ins and outs of the relationship and how they are with other people. And I know with the main character, she was also going through her own personal journey as far as what she wants to do as far as her career. She feels really stifled. I believe she was like a travel blogger, and through that she kind of has this awakening. Anyways, loved it down. People We Meet on Vacation. But I just finished Beach Read, which also was super popular from Emily Henry, which I don't know how I feel about that book. I don't know. Beach Read, I knew from past reviews because it's super popular. It's still trending on like TikTok. I still see a lot of book bloggers talking about it. But it isn't necessarily like a romantic comedy. It is more in the vein of like women's fiction, and it definitely has a little bit of more melodrama. And I think her writing is just so beautiful and poetic, and it's just also really easily digestible. Like it's just easy to consume for me, and I just don't feel overwhelmed by it. But for something about Beach Read that I had a hard time connecting with, I feel like the chemistry between January, the main character, and Gus, the love interest, kind of went hot and cold depending on the chapter. I felt like there was times where it just felt really stilted and off, but other times I was really into the chemistry. And Beach Read, looking at the cover, it looks really sunny, and I think that was done intentionally to draw in, romantic comedy readers, but a lot of people let it be known that the book itself would be much darker in tone. And I don't mind that. It's just that when you go into a book with a certain expectation, you kind of get thrown if the tone is radically different than what you're expecting. So it definitely got darker in tone. And with Beach Read in particular, I had previously bought it like shortly after finishing People We Meet on Vacation. And I was reading it and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And I literally benched it for like a year. And then this year, and actually just very recently, I ended up finishing Beach Read. So now it's counted towards like my reading goal challenge on Goodreads. I think I left it off at like the 60% mark and then picked it back up recently. But yeah, so I was just really left kind of like, I don't know. I feel like in the last final act of the book, it really came together as far as January's relationship with her father. I don't think it's too spoilery to say that her father was deceased, and part of what propels the catalyst of action in this book is that she has to go to his summer house and kind of collect his belongings and findings, and then finding out that her father was unfaithful to her mom and had an affair with an entire other woman, and having to come to grips with that, also dealing with writer's block and, just other personal problems. It was really interesting, and I think I like the idea of it, but I don't know if I was completely sold on execution. But I just find Emily Henry a really talented writer, and I like the journey that she takes you on regardless. But I really love People We Meet on Vacation. Like, I can't stress that enough. But I also made this video not just to discuss Emily Henry and how excited I am for her career and how she just continues to thrive. I wanted to talk about the fact that I got my hands on Book Lovers finally. So this just was released, and I'm posting this kind of as a way to get myself accountable. I've heard through the grapevine that this book and its tone is definitely more similar to Beach Read than People We Meet on Vacation, but it's definitely in the romantic comedy vein, and I've heard that it could potentially be steamier, which also I was like, okay, all right, I'm sold, right? So I'm posting these videos kind of as a way to have me be accountable and to post something to my channel, because it's been a while since I've been posting any videos, because I usually do book reviews or like art uploads, and I haven't done anything in months, right? But I am so looking forward to this, and I look forward to posting a review shortly. So this is what I'm currently reading. If the light's not washing it out. And I genuinely hope that it'll be good. But I have a feeling that I'm going to love this. I really do. I love Emily Henry's writing style, and I just have to get my feelings out there that I am thankful that she's kind of helped me get out of a massive reading slump, and I feel like now I might meet my reading goal for this year. So stay tuned for all that. I look forward to posting a book review very shortly. So until then, peace.